Hi, I'm Michelle from Mascara to Midnight. I love anti-aging, don't you? Today I have something that's pretty new to the scene of anti-aging, and it is called a Hyaluron Pen. Now this pen is already loaded, but I'm going to show you how to load it in just a moment. A lot of us don't want to get injections for fear of needles, for fear of what the filler can do, because we've heard the horror stories of, I don't know, sometimes it's just the feeling of doing something that you've never done before, maybe even that people will judge you. Now I want to talk about the safety of using the Hyaluron Pen. One of the drawbacks of using a needle is that you can get necrosis, you can hit a vein and go blind, or other things of that nature, and we don't have to go into all of that horror story stuff. With the Hyaluron Pen, while it is shooting at a very high velocity, it's not shooting at such a velocity that it can occlude a vein or an artery. So we're really safe from those things. I'm not going to inject my lips at home with a needle. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to. That's never going to be something I want to do. This is the next best thing. Now, yes, I could go and have this done at a spa somewhere, but the thing about this is that it's almost as expensive at a spa as doing the regular fillers. One main reason is because it's more of a over time kind of thing. Yeah, today you're going to see me get some initial volume, but I am going to lose some of that volume pretty quickly and over the course of the next few days. So I will have to do a top-up. I will have to do several top-ups probably to get my lips to where I want them. And so that is going to be one of the cons of this. Why am I doing this? Well, I really like DIYs. I do DIY whenever and wherever I can, and this is just, to me, another way to DIY. The next question is, what makes me think I'm so good I can do this at home? Well, I think anybody should be able to do whatever they want at home. When I start to study something, I go, deep and wide, fountain of knowledge. I really love to study something when I'm interested in it. So I feel like I know as much as any esthetician anywhere. Do I have an esthetician license? Well, no, I don't. But I've done a course, I've read. Did I tell you that I read about this? I dug deep and studied this so deeply. What this is a pneumatic Prussian device. We're gonna trigger here, and then we're gonna inject here. Currently, there's a lot of people wondering if it even works. And
yes, it does. There, I answered your question.
But now I'm gonna go just a tiny bit deeper if you'll just stick with me for just a few more minutes. So many variables go into how long this is going to stay. The pen that you're using, the velocity, the difference between your skin and this. For instance, you see this tiny little nodule? If this little nodule was a little tiny bit bigger, it'd probably stay in our skin longer. I know that sounds crazy, but that is part of it. There's so many variables, and what I am setting out to do right now,
starting right now today,
is test out as many variables as I can to see which one of those variables that we can control. I mean, we can't control the velocity in which it injects, but maybe different pens inject at different velocities. I'm going to try as much as I can over the course of the next few months to find what's the best. I'll be reporting back as I go, so feel free to ask any questions. And as always, everything will be linked for you just below here. If you'll click the little arrow, that little arrow is probably over here. If you'll click that, that'll open up everything so you can get the supplies. These are the supplies I'm using. This is a seller that I have talked to. I believe that we're safe. But I'm not a doctor and I don't make this stuff.
Can't sue me.
This one comes in a really nice case. It's a cardboard case. You can definitely reuse this. And then the inside is stacks and stacks of cardboard. And just put it right inside there and store it somewhere. These come in sheets of 10. These are not reusable. You cannot reuse the ampules. You use the ampule one time and dispose of it. They come completely sealed for our protection. Your filler will also come sealed. This is a safety seal. If this is opened, do not use it. Both ends will be safety sealed. I've already opened mine. Then this also is a safety seal, so we're doubly protected. We don't want anyone tampering with our filler. Comes with prepared to use a needle, and it comes with 2 needles of different sizes. Should I inject? Should I inject? Give me a thumbs up if you want me to inject. I'm going to show you how to load it now. First thing you do is take this out of your ampule. We're going to take this top part of this lid off. This is a little stopper to stop the filler from coming out, a little stopper. Now we're going to fill up the ampule with the filler. I'm going to go to 30 cc's. I don't want to waste any. I just want to get out as much as I think I'm going to use. Both the ampule and the filler have 0.3. I'm not sure what I said. 0.3. Both of them have measurements on it, so they're easy to use. Now we're going to put the stopper in it. A little bit's coming out of the top. I'm going to try to mash that in there. But at the same time, I don't want it to all leak out the bottom. I don't want air bubbles, so I do want to get it all the way to the top there. I'm just going to get a tiny drop to come out of the top, and then I'll know it's as far up as I want it to be. See that tiny drop? We're going to stop there. The next thing you do is roll this thing all the way up to the very top until it won't go anymore, and it stops. You're going to place the entire thing with this, the plunger. It's all going inside of there. It just screws right in. Just trying to go slow to make sure you're able to get a good visual on that. We're going to caulk it, and then we're going to decide how much we're going to put in our face. I think it's great to start at 1, and that's what I'm going to start with. The numbers are there. You can very easily see what's going on. Now there are 2 distinct ways of putting in the filler. One is to pillow the area you're working on, and the other is to kind of push it flat and do it. I think I'm going to do the push it flat system and see how that goes. I am sweating. My heart is racing. This is a little nerve-wracking. That didn't hurt at all. I'm not even sure any went in. I'm not going to say it didn't hurt at all. It didn't hurt much. It's got the tiniest bit of a sting, so that makes me think that, yes, something went in. Caulk it again. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. I don't want to go all the way down to 2, but one thing you are feeling for is for it to kind of stop. When you get it to that stopping place, that's the best blast that you're going to get. That's really going to inject it far. If you don't bring it all the way down to that stopping point, you're not going to get quite as much out. Almost down to 0.2. It's about 1.5 milliliters. That's not right. I don't know. I definitely had some splatter, but you are going to get some splatter. I'm just gonna rub it across my lips there.
No use wasting it.
.3 this time. I practiced with oranges, bananas, and apples. I just wanted to get the best experience with this that I possibly could, and I'm not having any success with my lips. Let's try the pillow. I just lost a ton of it. A ton of it just came out. The pillow effect, not so good for me. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with what I was doing. All of that entire 0.1 milliliter, all wasted. Entire thing.
Caulk it again.
Roll it down. That one definitely stung. Let me lift my lips up for you so you can see the holes, you want to say. The only one you can really see is this one. On my right hand side, that's going to be your left. It still hurts a little bit. You can feel the filler in there. If you just touch it, you can feel it. It seems easy. It seemed easy. I thought, oh, this is going to be so easy, but I've already used an entire syringe of filler, half for practicing and half for my lips, and all I've got to show for it is this tiny little bit right here in this lip.
And it's not painless.
I think actually getting filler with a needle might actually be less pain because they're going to numb your area up. You want to be sure and subscribe because I'm going to come back with more videos on the pen I'd like to do this, but first I've got to get the technique down. I don't want to waste any more filler.
Learning curve. Learning curve.
I'm going to try different fillers, different pens. I'm going to try all the things. It's going to be science, science, science. Not really. It's going to be beauty, beauty, beauty. I'm going to do some other DIY treatments. You want to come back for all of that. Not to mention, Sephora's going to send you a free lipstick when you subscribe. See you real soon. Bye.